Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. This lesson is going to be entitled, "And the Angels Came and Ministered unto Him." And this is based off of the brother Ayash Amath, the brother out there in Mississippi. As you see on the screen, the lesson he did, prepared to be hated on a global scale. Which we being joint heirs with Yahushua, we also got to suffer with him, as it is also written that dang, what's the I've been drawing a blank all day, Salakia. It is also written that the servant is not greater than his master. If they hated you, if they hated me, they will hate you also. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. So that's what we see. As some see what we saying. I've been seeing, what the brother pushing the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushua been saying, and some still don't. Nevertheless, I wanted to touch on a point how we just gotta get through what we gotta get through, because eventually the angels are gonna come through, sent forth through Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, as he told his disciples in the book of John, the 14th chapter, that I'm gonna go away. I go to prepare a place for you, but I don't leave you comfortless. I leave you with the Comforter, which shall give you peace. John 14:26. Okay, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, and the point is in 11, but I'll start at the top. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward an hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Right? Because the devil comes always through some sort of temptation when you are down. As Yahushua was fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was at a low point. It's going to come a time to where there's going to be a famine on food. Okay? In which case, the devil is going to come through temptations, your family or your loved ones. He's going to tell you being over righteous. All right? You stupid, this, that, and the third, making you feel like worthless. All right? Thus coming in the form of temptation. All right? Them having Satan upon them. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And this is why now when we go through our daily battles in the flesh, we got to keep our mind geared upon the scriptures. And above all, pray that the Heavenly Father will keep your mind. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. And this goes to show you, man, that you ultimately have the power, of course, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But This word, it's like it is this goes to show you that the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gives you the upper hand on this devil. All right, because he can't do nothing unless you give him that consent. You know, it's almost like having a effed up thought in your head, but nobody knows. You know, you won't look stupid unless you speak it out outwardly. That's why they always say like once it's out there, that's it. You can't apologize, take it back. You know, so this is why we have to dwell with prudence, as the scriptures say in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue, and the fear of the Lord is the strength of salvation. Okay, when we fear the Lord, we're gonna do what he says to do, because we fear the consequences of not doing what he said to do. This is why, being this is why us seeing the lowest state that we're in and hating this world comes into effect. All right, because we seeing what going against the Heavenly Father does. We're coming into the times of the final test. Really, did you learn to fear the Lord, or did you not? If you didn't, you're gonna take the chip and automatically meet a missile. All right, or the fire coming down from those chariots. But ultimately, the judgment is going to be horrific. And if not, all right, you might be scoffed and scorned for a moment, but ultimately, the Lord is going to come through. Then saith Yahweh Shai unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. So you see, this devil's gonna, it's gonna come a time where the Satan is gonna be on people, and the shit is gonna come back to back to back to back to back. And you gotta fight that. Okay? Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. And that word ministered, going into the word diakoneo, diakoneo, to be a servant, attendant, to serve, wait upon. And this is why we got to look up. All right. And, brothers have been seeing a lot of chariot sightings. We got to remember those things, knowing that the angels are always there. All right. As it says in Psalms 34:7. Okay. So this is the book of 1 Kings chapter 19. And 1. And Ahab told Jezebel and all that Elijah had done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword, all the prophets of Baal. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. All right. Jezebel came in the spirit of Satan. And when he saw that he arose, and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belongeth to Judah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree. And he requested for himself that he might die. All right, so this shows you that he was in grave danger. And said, It is enough. Now, O Yahweh, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers. And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, then an angel touched him, and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baked on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drank, and laid him down again. And the angel of Yahweh came again the second time and touched him, and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. And he arose and did eat and drink, and and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of God. And when you read down, all right, yeah, that was pretty much the point, though. You know, that the angels are always there, man. All right, so we just gotta, fight that good fight of faith, as the scriptures tell us. And then soon enough, like when you go into a boxing fight, soon enough, all right, the round will be over. You can go onto the side, all right, get patched up, see what you've been doing wrong, all right, um, and get back out there and fight, man. You know, the scriptures say, "My servant shall eat." All right, the Most High, man, honestly believe that, especially in these coming times, the Lord is gonna give us that breath of fresh air. I remember a brother in the camp. He was saying when he was younger, his cousin was like dunking him in the pool and stuff, and he felt like he was in the at the point of drowning. But then he said he felt an extra breath of air, man. So the angels was there. Okay, so I honestly believe that in those harsh times, when you feel like we're alone, them angels gonna come through, man. You know, we just gotta keep praying and crying and believing. Acts 12:1. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James the brother of John with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. All right, again, the times we coming into to where we're going to be looked at as the reason for all hell breaking loose. So naturally, our people are going to want to take our heads off, for ruining the party, so to speak. And when he had apprehended, well, these people, all right, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, because they're not our people, all right. And when he had apprehended him, and I mean that to where they're not children of the Heavenly Father, they're children of Satan at that point. All right, they got Satan upon him. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing in the church unto God for him. And knowing that, some prophets shall be beheaded, knowing that some will get caught up, we got to pray for the brothers, okay? And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And his chains fell off from his hands. And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. And so he did, and he saith unto him, Cast thy garments about thee, and follow me. And when he went out and followed him, he was not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which openeth unto them on his own accord. Going to show you that it was the angel. The angel was working all along. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when he was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod. And from the expectation, and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. And this is numerous times in the scriptures, man. King David, all right, Daniel. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 145. I might end it off here. Verse 15. Verse 14. The Lord upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. Okay? Come back to that, but this is Psalms 30. I think it's 30, yeah. Psalms 30:5, for in his anger endureth but for a moment, in his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So knowing this, we got to arm ourselves with patience. The scriptures say to not, let me just grab that. That the scriptures tell us that we're going to be increased, but we got to have patience. Let's see. Sirach 2:3. 2:2. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Okay? So now let's finish it off with that Psalms 145. And 15. The eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their meat, all right, their food, all right, which we need that spiritual food more than ever, especially at that time in due season. So the Lord is going to allow you to remember, oh, remember the scripture said that, man. I remember the scripture said this. All right. You know, hey, the scripture say a word speaking in due season is like apples of gold, something like that. You know. So hey, man, we just gotta keep praying for the remembrance. Hey, that the Lord be with us. You know. So with that, shalom to the elect.